Yeah, so I was born in Denison, Texas, a very small town, Texas, and spent the first, I guess, 30 years of my life there. And I loved growing up in a small town, but there was something for me that just kept searching and wanting to kind of experience more and experience more. So I kept finding myself move from larger city to larger city. I ended up in New York for about 8 years, and then I moved to London about 4 years ago. My last corporate job was division president for one of the world's largest translation and interpretation services companies. So I was literally facilitating the communication from one language to the next. And oddly enough, there were many times when I was in that job where I was questioning, what am I doing here? But I was picking up experience, and in a funny way, I'm actually doing the very same thing. I'm facilitating the language of the soul into a way that people can really understand it and make more sense of their lives. I'm now running my own business, and that's called Spirit Inspired Life. And through that company, my mission is to really just inspire awareness. The Soul Plan is a channeled system. It was originally channeled by a man by the name of Frank Alper. It's been modernized by a gentleman by the name of Blue Marsden here in the UK, who runs the Holistic Healing College, of which I'm a graduate of. But it is a channeled system of soul path analysis, really, and it's all based on the resonance of the name. So we literally speak ourselves into existence, and it's this unique resonance associated with our birth name that allows apparent reality to form in front of us, so that we have the opportunity to achieve the things that we want to achieve and use our talents and learn the lessons that we need to learn. We literally, through this resonance, manifest the world around us, so that we have the opportunity to do just this. So if you're familiar at all with resonance or entrainment, literally it's your unique resonance that attracts other people with a similar resonance, and because they've planned soul plans too that interact with your soul plan. And so it's all through this resonance that we all come together and understand ourselves on a deeper level. The soul plan process, an individual one-on-one soul plan reading process with me, lasts an hour and a half. It's a really in-depth session, and we go through each and every part of your life and really uncover all of your challenges and talents and goals, and we really make sense of that. And at the end of it, we also kind of uncover limiting beliefs, because many of us have limiting beliefs about ourselves. Yes, I would like to teach, but I don't have the confidence to teach. Or yes, I would like to travel the world, but I don't have the money to travel the world. All of these things are limiting beliefs, and we're limiting ourselves. So if those come up during the course of the soul plan reading process, we actually go through another process of removing those limiting beliefs. And that's really an empowering process. That's another reason that I do this. So it's an hour and a half session that goes through the soul plan, but also limits the limiting beliefs. So the soul plan reading system, I kind of stumbled across that a couple of years ago, and to be honest with you, I approached it with a lot of skepticism, and I think that's actually pretty healthy to do. But when I had my soul plan done, it really resonated with me on such a deep level, and really made all of the pieces of my life come together in a way that made sense, finally. I mean, all of the career changes that I had made and all of the struggles that I had had made sense, and what had seemed like chaos before suddenly had just a bit of order to it. And that's really one of the most profound things that came to me through the soul plan reading experience. And I guess really the reason why it was important for me to have some order to that chaos was that it allowed me to relax a little bit and just to be able to go with the flow, because, you know, without any sort of conscious planning before, I could see where there was some sort of master plan. And knowing that that was in place, I was able to live more in the present moment, let go of all of this control of trying to achieve and do this and do that. And so that was really what resonated with me most about the soul plan reading process. But even that wasn't enough. So then I needed to start to practice on friends and family, and time again, it really had just such a profound effect on them. My experience that everyone that I have done this for, it has helped them in some way and brought about clarity or guidance and healing on some level for them, and that's why I continue to do it. It's really about understanding that all these things that we went through that we classified as bad or horrible are really our greatest life lessons, and we're lucky to have gone through those things because we've come out of those experiences new people, new lessons, new knowledge, and stronger for it. And to understand from the soul's plan perspective that on some level it was planned really brings about a lot of healing around those situations. For other people, it's really about confirming talents and understanding, yes, I'm good at this, and or it makes them think about talents that they knew that they had, but look at them in a new way. For other people, it's about really, they're at a crossroads. Where do I go from here? I know a lot about myself, but I don't know where to go. And for them, it's really about kind of shining a light on a potential way forward for them. So all of these things, I think, make a really powerful experience, a soul plan reading experience, and that's why people. I talk about the soul plan reading process, and I perform soul planning readings in a variety of ways too. It's not always just one-on-one, and I travel around the globe really to top mind, body, spirit centers, delivering talks to people and giving many soul plan reading sessions to people. And I love to give soul plan readings on my own radio show. It's really an opportunity for me to connect with people across the globe that I wouldn't necessarily have the opportunity to connect with. It also gives me the opportunity to be of service for free, and people don't have to pay for that. They can just call in, and they can, in that brief moment, get the information that they need. So if they can't afford a full soul plan reading session, it's a way for them to still benefit from the soul plan reading process. I love being able to do that as well. It is my intention, in the service of love, to provide a soul plan reading for Lucinda and to deliver the information to her in a way in which it is clear and concise and understood, and to highlight the information which is most appropriate for you at this point in time in your life. To deliver that information in a very loving way, and to bring about clarity and guidance and healing on all levels at which it is needed. And I make this intention for your very highest good. So be it.
Thank you.
So the first lesson, let's actually kind of dig into that right now. It is actually associated with the star sign Gemini.
Okay.
And the quality associated with it is action, and the body part associated with it is the left foot.
Okay. Right.
Now, in the positive sense, this is the energy of connections and making connections and groups of people and being around groups of people. You have it as a challenge though. And what it means in the challenge position, it means several different things. It's the energy of isolation. And people with this energy, I mean, talking to you right now, you actually seem like a very outgoing, very gregarious kind of person. And you've got this energy twice as a challenge. So really what this means is that it's the Hermit Energy, actually. And people with this energy, they tend to just kind of be a recluse for periods of time, and sometimes too long of periods of time.
Been there, done it big time, yeah.
So
spot on.
They would, instead of being around people, they really just want to be by themselves. And again, we just call it the Hermit Energy. And so one of the lessons is to come out of that shell and to learn to actually be around people and to be sociable. The other part of this has to do with the shadow side too. And everyone has a shadow side. But people with this energy, I can even speak from a little bit of personal experience because I share this energy with you. People with this energy, they can be in denial of their shadow side for a period of time. And they can be very controlling in the way that they want to appear to other people. And this is actually linked back to part of their experience of not wanting to be around people sometimes, because if we're trying to constantly control how we appear to other people, that can be very, very exhausting. And so what I mean is that if there's some part of us that we don't like, whether it's we're angry, we're jealous, or whatever, even if we on some level accept that with ourselves, there's a part of us that don't want anyone else to see that for fear of how that will appear to the other person. And so it can become very good actors in sabotaging the attempts of other people to really see what's going on inside of ourselves.
That's very spot on. That's so true. And it's kind of good to have it confirmed how you've explained it. So.
Yeah, it's about using that voice and having the ability to use that voice in society. Sometimes people do it through politics, sometimes people do it through the activism work that I just talked about, sometimes they do it through news reading or journalism or documentary filmmaking, things of that nature where they're trying to get a message across.
Yeah.
That's really the ability that you have, and given this ability because they're actually preparing for something else, something greater, whether it be in this lifetime.
I feel that quite strongly.
Do you?
Yeah. Whew, yeah.
You feel like it's...
This is kind of bringing up nice stuff, but I'm feeling this quite powerfully, and yeah, every word you said there is just like so true. I care so much, and I do use my voice, and I can't wait to get out there even more and more and more.
Your spiritual goals. This is associated with Virgo. It is the highest frequency energy that we have in the entire system. And it's all about embodying the androgynous nature of the divine, the male and the female aspects of ourselves. It's also linked to the quality of work, and it's also linked to vocal expression, which is kind of a common theme in all of the work that you've done, or all of the energies that we've discussed so far. It's being able to speak clearly. There's a channeling chakra associated with this too, so the more that you come into this energy, and maybe you already have, but there will be this clear channel sense about what you say. So you'll find that sometimes you'll say things and you didn't even plan to say those things, and when you're done you'll be like, what did I actually just say? At the same time, there will be this crystal clear quality about what was said, and that's because that channeling chakra is really opening up. It's about balancing the male and the female aspects of ourselves. It's also about mastery, and what this means is that you're really mastering your life with this energy. It comes with a tremendous amount of spiritual energies as well, so natural healers associated with this energy. So I don't know if you heal now or are interested in healing, but you definitely have the capacity to heal. It's a natural gift that's been given to you that you plan to have. And also with this, even more so than the other energy that we spoke about earlier, even more so with this energy comes this idea of being of service to other people. And at this level, in this position of your chart, you don't really have a choice.
Good. I don't want to choice. It's so strong. Yeah.
And then the goal that you have is to really encompass all of these spiritual gifts that you have, which brings with it this channeling aspect, and it brings with it this natural healing ability, and it brings with it the desire to be of service to other people. So doing that in a very creative way, if you link those two energies together, it's about utilizing these spiritual gifts in a very creative way and going on to the soul destiny to create a strong system of resilient support for other people, which channels the high level of truth that you've brought through.
Wow.
That's really what it's about.
Wow. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, I mean, do you have any questions, things that
I'll be honest, no, because you've said, you've kind of really tapped into everything that I care about so much, my humanitarian side, my vocal side, my creative side, and just everything that I am so passionate about. And the Hermit side, I mean, the Hermit wasn't like a conscious, and I will be doing that, I'm going to be just as vocal as Russell Brand, big time.
Oh, good.
Big fucking time, and I feel that
that's
so
what you,
strongly.
Yeah, you've given yourself
and this is what you've
energy.
kind of confirmed. Everything you said has just, I can feel it quite strongly here in my solar plexus. It's given me that kind of, I knew it, So
yeah. That's what I find. Some people need the confirmation to say, yes, this is what you need to be doing. Some people, it's more about kind of healing the past. Why did this happen to me? And for others, it's kind of like shining a light forward. I'm at a crossroads. I don't know where to go. So I'm glad that it's confirmed that for you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Good.
And it's good because I do know it so strongly. I mean, my two main things, my TV show that is just going to, wake people up in a really good way. But my charity work and everything you've said is, really just confirmed that.
Good.
So
yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Right from the go ahead, it was like, wow. And to me being me, and I know this has been recorded and everything, but I can't wait to the analytical side of me kind of write down, you know, key points, because you've really answered, not answered because I wasn't really seeking answers. On the whole, I'm in a good stage where I'm not kind of going, oh, why, what, but you've confirmed so many different things, you know, my humanitarian side, my analytical side, the creative side, my vocal side here to kind of kick ass, the hermit side. So yeah, you've really, the whole package is everything that is me and the journey I'm on. So fascinating.
Good.
Yeah.
And you'll find when you go back and listen to this, every time you listen to it, you'll hear a new truth about it, and something will make sense to you on a new level, and that's the beautiful, beautiful thing about this. So
definitely. So thank you very much.
You are welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.